jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
First off, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side, official, no negotiation needed. Period. You already know. The first in the building, Mike, what it do? I see you on deck in the building. Salute to you, brother. Andrew Charles in the building. What's good, Andrew? Salute, brother. Big Blunts and Boxing, the GOAT is on deck. What it do, man? Salute. OG, what's the word, my guy? Big salute. Salute to you, man. Carlos is in the building. W says salute to the hottest chat in the MFing game. I see you, brothers. What's good? So we're going to get to the obvious, the final presser. The final presser of Devin Haney and Regis Prograis, which was kind of entertaining. It depends on how you're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of entertaining. I think to cap it all off, the energy from both sides did what they had to do. Okay. Matter of fact, I was gonna talk about. Now, let me just get back to it. I wanna bring in. Nah, let's just get this out the way. I'm going to be honest with you. I got to get this out the way because, the fight is this weekend. It is what it is. As you all know, man, Devin Haney's moving up for a second division, and Regis Prograis is looking to defend his title. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you have to look at it like the potential of the fight. In my opinion, it has the potential to be some fireworks, to be honest. The lead up to promo, I felt like Regis didn't get enough of it, in my opinion, because he is the current reigning defending champion at 140. But they kind of, I guess, cater to the hometown guy. And that's why these boxers got to make sure they build their brand up for sustainment, for durability, for longevity. Else, you fighting in somebody else's backyard and they get most of the promo. I guess it was to sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? Hey, not my lane, but I guess they had to do it to sell tickets. It's all good. But I do want to bring this to your attention too. All right. I don't think there's a lot of boxing fans out there that's disrespecting Regis as if he's going in here, he's definitely going to lose the fight. No. I think, people looking at this balanced out at a 50-50 fight. Regis Prograis is 29-1, 24 knockouts, right? So, if you look at his last 5 fights, 4 out of his last 5 fights have been stoppages. He stopped Jose Cepeda, Tyrone McKinney, Ivan Redkach, and Juan Heraldez. Okay, I'm just giving you the breakdown. I'm not really asking for the approval of his opposition. But right before that streak, he stepped in there with Josh Taylor October 2019. The one con for Regis Prograis is his inactivity. You know what I'm saying? He fought once in 2020, once in 21, twice in 2022, and he's about to have his second fight of 2023. But when it comes to knockouts, 29-1 with 24 knockouts. When you look at Devin Haney, he's 30-0 with 15 knockouts. Okay. Once again, he has 15 knockouts, and Regis Prograis has 24 knockouts. But he has one less win than Devin Haney, who is undefeated. Okay. Devin Haney is 25 years old, 5'8", 71 inches. And Regis Prograis is 34 years old. All right. 5'8", 67 inch reach. What I'm saying all this for is that, you know, it's not that much of a separation between these guys except when it comes to age. You know what I'm saying? Except when it comes to age. That's all. Now, if you want to be petty and talk about the 15 knockouts and 24, it's not going to really matter unless, you know, the game plan is executed properly for Regis Prograis to close distance, being he has a shorter arm reach and he's a shorter, smaller fighter, period. But we've seen in the past where certain fighters that so-called have a disadvantage go in there and prove everybody wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's been pretty good short fighters that go in there and know how to use their height, know how to use their compact ability as far as their height and reach, you know, to pretty much take the momentum in the fight. However that is. With volume, pressure, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they have to do. But at the end of the day, this is pretty much a 50-50 fight, what people are looking forward to and all that. And my biggest question is one of these fighters going to knock the other out? Because they keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Regis said he's going to hurt him real bad. Regis said he's going to hurt Devin real bad. And then, you know, Bill was talking that, you know, Regis is going to get stopped. You know, it's hard for me to believe if Devin is going to stop Regis. It's hard for me to believe that. But we've seen in the past how he can outpunch his opponent, outwork his opponent. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to Regis, your last fight was a bit shaky to me. But, you know, that last fight is in the past. Your training camp for this opponent may have been a bit better than usual. And let's look forward to see how you go in there and bring it all together, brother. You know what I'm saying? See how you bring it all together. That's the only way I can see it. You know, this fight wasn't, at first I thought it was a little cheesy and what they was doing shit. I ain't gonna lie. The way they was talking, it was a little bit cheesy, bro. It was a little bit Kraft, macaroni and cheese. But the presser wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? The presser wasn't that bad. The most laughable moment for me was that Bill Haney, you know, it was two laughable moments. First of all, when Regis Prograis said you brought a lot of crackheads, which you just went and got a crackhead off the street and brought him here talking about you want to go see a press conference. I thought that shit was hilarious, man. I laughed like a mother. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was hilarious. But then, you know, Bill's return was, what are you gonna do when you got to pick up the Rougarou? And that in itself kind of gave me those vibes where Hulk Hogan comes into the frame. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly Hulk Hogan WWE type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then Hulk Hogan came in there and started ripping off his shirt. I got those type of vibes. It was a little bit wrestling entertainment, which when you look at boxing, man, you get a lot of gimmicks today and people trying to do what they do. I'm not mad at the situation. You know, both of the spears that they was, you know, they decided to launch on one another was pretty decent. You know, crackhead situation, you know, that was hilarious. I got a laugh out of that. And then, you know, the Rougarou, it kind of like hit me like, okay, is it really going to happen? Is it a way that he can catch Regis? How's he gonna look at 140? We seen him drain himself down and look real dried out with cambosis. So how depleted was he, Devin Haney, making 135, and is he gonna be that much stronger, so to speak? I'm not saying stronger as in punching power, but just stronger as in, demanding the ring presence. You know what I'm saying? Who's stronger between the two in the clinch? I don't really want to know who's bigger. You know what I'm saying? Obviously Devin's bigger, but who's stronger in the clinch? Who's the stronger fighter? And that's the question I have, because that's gonna be a huge check mark that needs to go in the box on who's gonna dictate the momentum and the pace of the fight. That's where I'm at with it. I don't know too much about trying to predict if Devin has what it takes to knock Rougarou out. I do believe Rougarou has power, but you have to land a shot flush on somebody, and we all know that as the fight go on, it kind of depletes your power. It kind of dilapidates the strength that you had in the early part of the fight, and then you don't really have that strength. It depends on who you are. Let me put it that way. It depends on who you are. But for some fighters, they fatigue and they just can't have the same velocity of sting on their punches as long as the fight go along. But then again, some fighters, they can load up the entire time until they catch you. In this particular fight, like I said, I think it's going to be up to a boxer, fighter type of exchange, and we'll see how it plays out, man. It was quite hilarious today. I'm glad Regis finally spoke up. He tried to sit there, and try not to say shit. He acted like he was going to be the model citizen today. And I said, you can't do that, man. You got to sell the fight. You can't do that. You got to sell the fight. And finally, he started speaking up. And not to mention, all the, the roasting that Bill was giving to Tobler. It was funny. It was funny to me because, he was calling him a meathead and shit like that. And that's just lighthearted, back and forth, selling the fight when the camera's on, and shit like that. But this is what I don't understand about the new school. I had to bring it back to the new school people. The new school. I heard Devin talk about him being a stripper, right? Do you know how much confidence it takes just to dance in front of a woman? I mean, not just with just a G-string on or whatever. Let's just say a man has drawers on, underwear. Let's just say you have underwear, okay? Just regular underwear, no boxer shit. Underwear. Hear me carefully on this shit, because this is the new school. This is the new school type of niggas. For real. This is what I can't understand. How can you poke fun at a man for dancing in front of women at one point in his life? Because in order to do that, you have to be extremely confident in yourself as a man. Isn't that what we supposed to enjoy, the comfort of a woman? Like, we supposed to enjoy the presence of a woman. So let me explain some things, right? A whole lot of things that I learned in my rendezvous, going from to all these countries and meet these women, right? The wildest part about it is like having self-confidence when you're nude as a man, and being able to dance in front of your woman. Because most of the time, if you can dance in front of your woman and you butt ass naked, your woman gets so turned on that the event is that much better than you just going in there, getting it in, foreplay, whatever you doing back in the day. A lot of y'all probably don't know what foreplay is. It's just goddamn get in and get out. But you go in there, and it's a whole lot better. And then you get to a point where you have those experiences dancing with a woman, right? And then you start to get these like reactions from these women because you actually know how to dance in front of them, and you know how to seduce them, and you know how to, get them into the mood. And that's shit that they never forget. And just because that particular session is over that woman wants you to come back. They want you to come back for more. They want you to come back again. But I just couldn't understand why Devin kept on making fun of a person. Because I'm going to tell you, these new school cats don't know nothing about dancing in front of a woman. Ain't nobody doing all them dances they doing. That shit ain't sexy. I'm talking about actually seducing a woman, getting her in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Basically, getting that barometer where it needs to be. And all that shit. Like, that just don't happen no more. So when you hear these cats trying to roast another man for being in a position where he was actually entertaining women, you know what I'm saying? He was entertaining a room full of women at that. No telling how much he got from women doing that particular job. But I know for myself that you have to be confident in yourself to be able to dance in front of a woman, have nude or whatever. And she enjoy that. She tell you about it. And then it even gets her hotter than she was before thinking about it. It's just a whole different era as we live in. You got grown ass men trying to make it seem like it's odd for you to do things for your girl. You know what I'm saying? Or for women. The one thing I totally understood when I was in the club is that if you know how to dance, not just that slow dance shit, because some cats can't even dance up on a chick doing a slow song anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if you could dance in a way that was seductive, you didn't have to know the girl. If you can move like that, 10 times out of 10, I'm telling you, it's gonna go from the dance floor to the hotel floor. I'm just saying, that's where it's gonna go. It's gonna go from there to there. I don't know what this stuff going on with these new school cats that, you know, it's odd. They want to make it seem odd that a dude is doing shit for his girl, or willing to perform for his girl, or for a group of women, or for just a single, woman that you're trying to impress or whatever. But yet and still, y'all in a seductive moment. Whatever happened to that? I'm going to leave that alone. I just thought that was kind of wild, because myself, I had some wild times in other countries, and being able to dance and being able to seduce, we ain't talking about no Running Man. We ain't talking about no Cabbage Patch. We talking about dancing in front of a woman and get them more into the mood than they already is. You know what I'm saying? That's just wild to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, moving forward, I'll say the exchanges was where they needed to be. Real talk. And this weekend's should be an entertaining fight. That's all I can say. This weekend should be an entertaining fight between them two. And I don't know about people tuning in for the entire card. It's all about who has the Zone app and who's going to be over there with ESPN. I do want to switch it over a little bit about something that I heard. Prior to this press conference, they were saying that the fight was sold out. Then, if you listen to the post-fight commentary, you know what I'm saying, the guys that was talking, I don't know if they slipped up, you know what I'm saying, but they said, yeah, it's almost sold out. It almost sold out. They was pushing, talking about the fight was sold out. It doesn't make a difference if you come up here and tell the general public that the fight is sold out. All we want to know is what the performance value is going to be. The fight selling out is good banter for boxing debates and conversation, but we really don't care. We really don't care if it's sold out, because you can have an arena that seats 100,000, but yet the allocation is only 15,000. And somebody saying, hey, it's sold out though. The allocation's sold out. Anyway, I don't know if he just slipped up and let that slide, but he said the fight is almost sold out after they've been saying the fight is sold out. You know what I'm saying? The fight is sold out. I think even Eddie Hearn said that the fight was sold out when he was up there at the presser. And then post-fight presser, the guy said that the fight is almost sold out. Somebody's lying to you. So that's where we at with that. All right. I know people was asking earlier, you know, they said, when you going to come on WCS? When you going to come on? You know what I'm saying? So last night I was up there talking to one of my peoples from PBC. And we was talking about the actual announcement, you know, being released sometime soon. So when me and him was discussing that back and forth, I said, well, you sure it's gonna, you sure it's gonna be released tomorrow? They said, yeah, it's gonna be released probably this evening or tomorrow, whatever. So I automatically jumped in my vehicle and went to the ER because I started feeling a little bit woozy, for real. You know what I'm saying? The weather's changing and everything. My sinuses, nasal passage start to goddamn, I could barely breathe and shit. I just started going through a state of delirium. Nigga was just feeling bad, bro. Like, I had some flu symptoms, and I didn't know it was freaking COVID. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I checked myself in the ER and shit, man. Because once I heard the news might be released, I got sick. And I remember they said once the news is going to be released about PBC, people are going to be getting sick. And I said, God damn, let me automatically goddamn induce myself with some sickness and check myself in the ER so I can wait on this big announcement. And sure enough, I was right. You know what I'm saying? I was right. The sickness that I placed upon myself was spot on. You know what I'm saying? Only for the nurse that was taking care of me, and shout out to her, man. I love to make that, Anyway, I was saying to myself, she was asking me about my symptoms. I said, I was giving some information. I just started to feel like I was under the weather. She said, well, all your tests come back clear, sir. You know what I'm saying? Your blood pressure's fine. You know what I'm saying? Everything seems like it's cool. I said, okay. He said, try to do me this. Don't try to listen, look for that news or whatever it was before. If it's bad news or whatever, good news, obviously had an adverse effect on you. Just wait till tomorrow. So, that's when, I'm getting this. Shout out to the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Blunts, sent me PBC will handle production for Amazon Prime events, sources told SI. A simple solution would be to bring over the entire Showtime workforce, but nothing finalized. And I said to myself, did I not say, I said on a live stream, several live streams ago, I said, what about the Showtime crew who's with PBC? Because they're boxing orientated. Their duties is that. Their duties, they know how to follow the fighters around. That's what they do. They are a production team. They know what the hell they're doing. And I said, where are they going to go? Are they going to keep them and just bring them in to whoever's next? Because we really didn't know, who's going to pick up. Of course, Amazon, this is not their genre, but let's be honest. One Championship is already with Amazon. So I'm pretty sure One Championship has their production team to follow those fighters around and all that stuff, right? So that was a good, fine tidbit right there, which makes a lot of sense to just bring the Showtime crew that was working with PBC over to this Amazon and so it can be transparent, so these people can keep their jobs. All right. Michael Benson tweeted, as part of PBC's new broadcast deal with Amazon Prime, let me get some water. I apologize, people. It's hard for me to read this news. Every time I feel like I'm coming under the weather, I get a fever. Shit. As part of the PBC new broadcast deal with Amazon Prime, their non-pay-per-view fights will reportedly be available on Prime Video in the UK. You know, Prime fights will be reported to be available on Prime Video in the UK. It's reported that the deal is for a total of 12 or 14 USA fights events per year, including pay-per-views. So this is somewhat reminiscent of what I spoke about with One Championship. One Championship has no less than 12 fights per year with the deal they have with Amazon. Very, very smart. Keep it uniform. You know what I'm saying? Definitely have some protocol to it. So hearing this news, from my understanding, is that now that the news has finally surfaced like an old yellow rubber ducky, you know what I'm saying, floating on the surface, yeah, the rubber ducky. Now that we know that PBC is going to be attached to Amazon, I've also heard, I read that the first fight is going to take place in March. And immediately my symptoms worsened. I said, what am I going to do? Oh my God. I said, can y'all please give me some fluids? I'm not feeling well. Because that news right there, the first fight being in March, I said to myself, then that excludes Spence versus Crawford in February. You know, my whole plan for that fight, I was hoping that it stuck and basically kept the original calendar deck per rumor mill that it was going to be in February. Now hearing this news that the first fight at the top of the schedule won't be until March. That's what I heard. Okay. So with that said, I just, you know, things start to get dizzy, the room start to spin. I say, so you trying to tell me we're not getting the Spence Crawford fight in February? It's gonna be pushed back into 2024, and that's pretty much going against what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I put out what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? What WCS wanted. I wanted this fight to take place at the end. I mean, at the beginning of the year. The reason being is it doesn't allow the pain to go away, you know, from July 29th that much. Like you're talking about August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's a total of like 7 months, right? Just outside half a year. So I was asking myself, I was telling myself that's a good time because the sting and the scab is still there. It's not totally healed yet. So we can get this fight in February, then, you know, we can get right back to business and talk about, you know, that particular fight and talk about what we witnessed again, how we compare it to the first fight and everything else. But now this fight is going to be later on in the year, y'all. It sucks. It sucks. So I was just looking for a fight. Now, of course, if by chance that fight doesn't happen, then I would be more accepting to whoever Crawford's going to fight next. Real talk. Whoever Crawford's going to fight next, I'd be more accepting than that if Spence chooses to pull out due to foreseen circumstances. You know what I'm saying? If Spence is looking at this and he's basically prognosticating with sinister reflections, I'm talking about bad memories, nightmares, flashbacks, you know, somewhat like Halloween all over again. If he don't want to go back in the ring, I commend him. I salute him for pulling out. I do. I salute him for that. But we just need to know sometime soon, man. Let's hear it. If you're not gonna fight Crawford, what's next? I wanna hear it. Like for this PBC schedule, I wanna know what's gonna happen. You know, what's the big fights, bro? What's the big fights? What are we getting? I know Javante is gonna be on tap, but to me, him and Isak Crew isn't a big fight. All right. I just wanna know what we looking forward to. What's the names? Because I'm looking over there. I'm peeking, right? I'm peeking. I'm trying to figure out what the first half of 2024 is gonna look like for PBC. And I'm trying to figure out, like, I know David Benavidez just got out the ring for Andrade, so it's going to take him a minute. But we do have Mar Charlo. It depending on who Mar Charlo is going to fight. We don't know. We don't know if he's going to fight at 60 or 68 because we haven't heard anything about him vacating the WBC belt. So I can't jump up and down and say, yeah, Jamar Charlo's coming back. I can't wait. No, because I seriously doubt they let him take another catch weight and keep that WBC belt over there. So is he going to fight at 160? He's going to fight at 68. For him, it'll be better for him to fight at 68. Unless he's going to fight Demetrius Andrade at 60. Andrade coming off a loss to Benavidez. But if Andrade starts to if Andrade falls within the talk of moving back down to 60, then that'll be a good fight. Even him coming off a loss because Mar Charlo is still undefeated. It'll be great. It'll be great. Let me get to the chat right quick, shawty. A big shout out to everyone that's in the chat, man. Martin King Boxing is in the building. Devin about to murk Regis, I feel. All right. We are hearing terms in the chat as murk. Okay? Murk come with serious results there, Ron. You know what I'm saying? Murk is mean you have sinister intentions. We'll see how that plays out, bro. What's going on, Jones? I see you in the building. What's good? What's good with it, bro? Samuel on deck. I see you. Salute to you, brother. Devin got the mouth of Wisconsin Whitewater back. I was just talking about how these new school cats be just talking about shit that I don't get. I don't get this shit. I don't be paying attention to a nigga's mouth unless, you know, for the words that's being spewed out of it. That's just hilarious, man. Where do you even come up with this shit, man? You know what I'm saying? Take it serious for once in life. Be serious, Carlos. You about to go into 2024. You know what I'm saying? Set some resolutions for yourself, man. Don't go so hard on these fighters, bro. Take it easy. Shout out to True Media Boxing Radio on deck. What it do, man? Devin really has to make a statement for real. Andrew said, I like Regis. I don't really like Dev. I'll be very satisfied to see Regis win. Yeah, you have those back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You have the fans that like either side, and they're going to be rooting and cheering. I don't believe there's no specific fan base from another fighter that blend ins with these two fighters. I don't see it, man. Neither one of these fighters have a huge fan base. Let's just be honest. Neither one of them have a huge fan base. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why they had to pretty much overextend and trade verbal sparring, you know what I'm saying, and kind of get people into the mood. You know, it was good. It still didn't match up to the intensity of Jamel Charlo, Tony Harrison, because we really knew that Tony Harrison wanted to smoke right then. I don't think any one of these fighters really wanted to smoke right there on the spot. It was too much smiling and joking going on. And you know, like the coaches, you know, Bill can talk his shit. That's what he do. Bill be in these YouTube streets. He can talk his shit with the best of them. Tobler was talking his shit, man, and shit. I'm just saying they ain't fighting though. I was looking at more so the fighters, and the fighters kind of gave me the impression that they wasn't all the way committed to just convincing people they hate each other. They was just smiling a little bit too much for me. Haney has just proven he's durable on any stage. He's true to the craft. He's grown on me as a boxer, but I hate his dad talking crazy. Okay. I mean, how can you look? Like, just think about most of the dads that's attached to the fighters, right? What do? Ron, they talk crazy. Real talk. We can start with Bill. Bill top all of them off only because he frequented the YouTube streets. Then you got Lopez Sr. You got Garcia Sr. You know what I'm saying? Who else is out there? You have Cambosis Pops. He can get rowdy. Shit. And they can get rowdy, boy, for real. It's just so many father-son tandems out there. Even Bozy Ennis. Bozy, he's not as vocal as a lot, but he do talk his shit though. You know what I'm saying? Most father-son tandems, the father want to talk, and not to mention Schofield. You know what I'm saying? Schofield's father, man, he talks his shit. Anybody who's gonna fight Schofield is gonna have to fight his daddy's words, period. Because his dad is gonna be in the conversation. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? So most of these fathers are gonna talk their shit. I ain't gonna lie. They're gonna talk their shit, man. Jessica's on deck. What's good with it? Salute WCS in the chat. Salute to you, Queen. How you feeling? One love to everybody that's in the chat. Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, AK Showtime. Shaw, what it do, brother? What's good? Team Tucker Fish on deck. I was sick till we have to wait to March. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I was absolutely sick. It was like Munchausen disease. I was making myself sick. I was goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I was inducing shit that didn't exist. Only because they said we was going to be sick with this announcement. And I'm saying, okay, well, I actually want to be sick. You know what I'm saying? I actually want to be sick, God damn it. So I went around sick people acting like I was sick so I can get sick. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally came out this month, when the sun was coming up, the news had broke. But then they had told me, hey, man, there's no need for us to give you anything. Everything, your vitals are okay, all that shit. But this news was just pretty much what people already had out there, you know, floating on the airwaves, man. That, yeah, it's going to be Amazon. Like, what are we getting sick about? I told you all one championship fighting had already been over there at Amazon. This is not the first Combat Sports. I think that kind of fizzled out as to why PBC didn't announce it themselves, because they heard me say, hey, one championship, mixed martial arts, mixed rules, you know, promotion. They was out there already over there. So what's the big deal with boxing going over to Amazon? It's not. It's nothing. One championship has already been over there since last year. And they're very exciting to watch. Very exciting to watch. I ain't gonna lie. Very exciting. PBC, they just comical at this point. Hey, man, y'all keep y'all faith in PBC. Y'all keep y'all faith in them. They doing big things in 2024. I mean, PBC gonna have to be smart with the selection. I like that. Amazon gonna apply that pressure. We need as fans. I like it. How? Amazon is gonna apply that pressure. We need as fans. Okay. I got you. Yeah. I concur. Bro. It's a whole different structure. And you know, Al ain't gonna be doing what he want to do over there. Hell no. It's not gonna happen. So yeah, I see where you're going with it. March PBC Madness. If it ain't Crawford versus Spence, it ain't official boxing forum. I agree, Ron. You know, in March, you know, with the college taking over the airwaves and shit, that's a tough month to start boxing. So if you're gonna put a card on there, if it's the beginning of March, cool. You're good. Because they just kicking off the tourney and all that. That's fine. But who's gonna be the selectees? Dr. Paul, what's good with you? Salute and blessings to you and the missus. What's good, WCS in chat? What's good with it, man? Isaac had the PBC formula. He fought Gamboa after several years. Also, PBC always got a gimmick. But one thing I can say about Isak, he you know, somehow he became like, let me back it up even more. Like when I went to San Antonio on the PBC card, that was back in 2020, I think. We were still in the freaking, you know, the COVID structure, right? And I saw Isak Cruz, you know, destroy my boy Diego Magdaleno. And a lot of people was cheering him on since that fight. You know, he started to make a little name for himself as being this guy who's a brawler. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat of a boxing mercenary. He just keeps on stepping, hunting you down, walking you down. And then you know, he went the distance with Tank, and everybody just lost their mind. Like he knocked Tank down, and I mean, it's just amazing how he can be embraced like that for going the distance. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think a black fighter wouldn't have gotten embraced like he was. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. Real talk. I just don't see how that would have been the case. You know, like the only person that I hate that didn't go the distance with Tank was Gamboa. Gamboa made it in the 12th round. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because Gamboa, if he would have went 12 rounds with Tank, then that probably would have took some relief off Crawford of them talking about how Gamboa hurt him forever and a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there. They'll be talking about, Tank, you know Gamboa went the distance with you. You know it went the distance. You ain't as good as you say you. You know what I'm saying? It would have been all that shit. Mr. International Toby Bartlett on deck. What's good? Salute WCS and the hottest chat on the planet. YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. No doubt about it. It's always better to be global than just local. Shout out to Toby in the building. And salute to the boxing fans across the pond, man. Christopher on deck. I see you, bro. What's good with you? If Devin loses, I'm done with boxing, maybe. Man, stop it. Stop it, man. You got your favorite fighter, Deontay Wilder, fighting at the end of this month, man. Stop it. 2 days before Christmas, man. I mean, come on. That's your favorite fighter, man. There's no way you quitting boxing for that unless you're going to quit, you know, after the fight is over with, and then, you know, the next day you're going to come, you know, you're going to get back into the groove. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Take a quick little nap and then get back into the groove. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Take some time off of boxing, you know, a couple of hours, and then get back into it. Hey, look. Y'all in the chat keep talking about how tiny Regis look. Did y'all not learn anything by saying the same thing about Bud Crawford? When y'all up here talking about how tiny Bud looked standing next to Spence at the presser, y'all was using the same freaking conversation. Oh, man, he's small, man. He looked like Spence's little brother. What happened? What happened in the ring, though? Y'all have to understand that, bro. I know it's two different fighters, but y'all was saying the same thing about Crawford being too small for Spence. And what happened? What happened, y'all? What had happened? Y'all need to remember that. Stop playing. Come on, this is the hottest chat in the game. Stop playing, man. Shout out to my brother, man, Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, is in the building. What's good with it? Salute WCS, my big bro. What's good? Crawford was chilling in the city for the Olympic trial. Hey, man, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That man is everywhere. That man is everywhere he want to be. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, man. May all is, you know, well your way if you on the road, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. I appreciate you there, Gumbo. Rebel on deck. What's good? He said, WCS salute. Bro, been gone. I'm back. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you pulling up as always, man. No, I never, but he Regis looked tiny. And now WCS Bud, my boiler, and I'm betting on Regis. Just a size talk, box different. I know it's just boxing talk. I'm just saying, like, you just look at, I always use this. Look how big Zerto was in there against Bill. Lord. Zerto looked like he was a cruiserweight slash bridger weight slash bridger platinum weight, and then heavyweight. I mean, the dude had to be well in the 200s fighting Bivol, and he got broke off. You know what I'm saying? Spence came in there, looking like I seen. I was like, damn, Spence got some weight on him, but he got to bring that shit off. But at the time, you could tell who was in better shape at the time, and who was you know, probably was better when the numbers came out on the scales, and that was Crawford. But Spence had some weight on him, man. He's not a small dude when he's pretty much with that weight. But everybody was up there, they was galvanized by that shit. Oh my God, and he had to lose all that weight, and then it happened. It played out the way it did, bro. It played out the way it did. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. But I like the fact that we finally heard the news about the announcement, because I'm not gonna lie, I was really sick, and then when I got sick I got tired, so I was sick and tired. I'm really sick and tired of hearing about this shit anyway, because in order for you to really get popping and to broadcast your fights, you need a network. So why not go to one? And I know a lot of cats didn't really do the research on who was already over there, but why not go to one that's already, already have a combat sport promotion on their roster? Why not? And that's exactly what happened. They went to Amazon. It's no big deal. There's nothing special about this shit. I mean, people don't know One Championship is over there because they don't watch MMA. You know what I'm saying? They don't watch MMA. They don't care to watch MMA. You know what I'm saying? But they've been over there already. They've been cooking. They've been moving along right, right the way they should be. You know what I'm saying? Moving along just fine. So now we're going to have PBC. I don't really know why they're going to start in March. Maybe they have a different type of ink. Maybe the secretary is on leave and she's in Barbados somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they had a power outage. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they couldn't get, the big fighters. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're trying to find some huge introduction to the world, fight card they're trying to put together to jumpstart the year. Maybe they're trying to get these fighters, man. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to put a fight card together that's gonna just, I don't know, blow the fight fans' minds that's gullible like that. Who knows? They don't really need a big fight card for their first production. All we want to see is how it actually look. Did the format change up? What's different between Amazon and Showtime? You know what I'm saying? That's all we need to know. And plus, who's going to be in the ring? I just want to know who's going to be in the ring. That's it. Who is going to be on the first fight card? Is it going to be a fight that's going to make us like, oh man, I'm definitely paying for this? I mean, is it going to be a pay-per-view that's like, hey, this is how we start the year off. This is what we've been looking for. Just put 4 dynamite freaking fights on there. Let's just put 4 dynamite fights on there that we wasn't expecting. That's it. Put a Spence Crawford that started off in March. You know what I'm saying? Just put some names on there for us to say, yeah, all right, cool. Until then, it ain't gonna be what we think it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be whatever. You know what I'm saying? But PBC announcement, a multi-year deal with Prime Video. Shout out to Prime. Shout out to PBC. Do what you do. It's on and popping. Not much to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Not much to talk about. Don't forget that, Top Rank is also putting on the card down in Florida. Be on the lookout for Robisa Ramirez and Rafael Espinosa. I was looking at their press conference. That's for the featherweight championship. That's gonna be a solid fight, man. That's gonna be a solid fight right there. Robisa defending his title, undefeated fighter, way more experience. And if you don't know Robisa, is one of those championship Olympians, you know what I'm saying? So it took him a little bit longer once he lost his first fight in his debut of his boxing career to pretty much get back to the elevation that he's supposed to be at, you know, if he would have won his fight. And then they put him in there with some tough fighters. But he's right where he need to be, man. He's making a name. People's tuning in and paying attention to who he is. And this should be no different, man. This should be no different. And of course you got Bruce Carrington on there. You got Xander Zayas. And there was questions, you know, of the presser about why Jihad Tucker wasn't at the presser. I don't know. You know, it wasn't because he was late, because they was already in town. But I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. The only thing I can tell you is pretty much, you know, if you read my article that I wrote at worldcombatsports.com, I know I don't mention my site that much. I get it, but I'm running all my shit myself. So sometimes I write, sometimes I don't. But anyway, I kind of put some, you know, some little nuggets in there for people to try to figure out and come to their own conclusion as to why this may be happening. My guess is, first of all, dates back to when he bombarded the press conference and called Xander Zayas out. You know what I'm saying? He called him out like any boxer who's trying to grow and challenge somebody. They call him out. Like, to be honest, I don't get it. I don't get it, because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call fighters out. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to call fighters out. But listen, it depends on what fighter you call out. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what fighter you call out. That's what I've also learned too. You can call out fighters, but if you call out the wrong fighter, like Andrade did when he called out Canelo, and Canelo said you're a horrible fighter and you want payday. Well, you know, Jihad didn't get too much of that. You know what I'm saying? Jihad didn't get too much of you want payday, because neither one of these fighters are at that level yet. But what he did was, in my opinion, he wanted a challenge. He wanted to step up and, you know, fight Xander. You know, the guy that they're pushing heavy, the youngest fighter to sign with Top Rank. I get it. But at this point in time, you know, it's been some situations that's popping off that I just don't understand. That's been going on ever since he called out Xander. You know what I'm saying? I thought, from what I've experienced in boxing, I hear a lot of fighters calling each other out. You hear it all the time. You call them out. You call them out. That's how you get your name out there. You calling out the fighter. You feel that's who you want. You know, you get it all the time. Fighters calling each other out. But I guess that was the wrong guy to call out. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, right after that, he ended up fighting Xander's freaking sparring partner. And he told him, you know, Xander, come pick your effing mans up, which went viral. You know what I'm saying? It was just a savage type of call out after the performance that he put on. Like I tell people all the time, that's one of the best performances I've seen ringside. You know what I'm saying? That boxing match that he put on with Nico Seknashvili. But that wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? I guess because he said, hey, Xander, come pick your effing mans up. I guess that further pissed people off. I'm not getting it. I'm kind of dumbfounded. Really, I'm dumbfounded to, you know, why this isn't picking up fire and steam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, isn't this what you're supposed to expect when it comes to challenging yourself? Like, you're going for the supposedly big dog. You're trying to take their place, right? But like I said, I guess it's all about who you call out. And then, you know, going in there, nursing a situation with Nicholas Flass. You know, Jihad didn't say anything about it. And then now he's heading in here against a number 5 ranked opponent. And, you know, somehow, some way, let me check and see if it's up there now before I even say anything. Let me go back in there. Oh, let me see. Let me check. Okay, it's up there. You know, he's fighting Francisco Varone in an 8-rounder. And I mentioned this before in another live, is that Varane has fought 2 10-rounders already. Jihad has not fought a 10-rounder yet. He's only fought 3 8-rounders. Excuse me. And this would be his 4th 8-rounder. All right? And also, this guy's coming down from middleweight. So I must reiterate, when he fought Nico Seknashvili, his highest weight was 177. And you know what I'm saying, he pretty much put a boxing curriculum on Nico Seknashvili. He really, I mean, you know, that fight right there had one of the best storylines you can have. If somebody was to chop that shit up and goddamn tell you when confidence goes wrong, or when certain traps, you know what I'm saying, blow up in your face, that would be the perfect fight right there. Because, you know, you're talking about Jihad getting buzzed in the first round and then coming back and just beating the brakes off this dude, right? It was a very entertaining fight for both fighters. But for Jihad was so zoned out, livid, you know, tunnel vision, that it turned into a damn good fight. Even the commentators, Timothy Bradley and all of them, was talking. But this fight this weekend, he has to go in here and fight the same. He had to fight with, of course, intensity, but also he had to be smart about this guy, fill him out. You know what I'm saying? And just do what he do. I'm not going to give a long, drawn-out list. I'm not training him, but I'm pretty sure his team has got him together and everything. They go out there and get it in. But he wasn't at the press conference for whatever reason. It would have been good to hear what he had to say. And also Delonte Johnson, you know what I'm saying, Tiger Johnson, he wasn't there. I don't know why those two fighters wasn't at the press conference. But the other fighters was, you know, Bruce Carrington, Richard Torres, was there, and yeah, we'll see what's going on this weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? So keep your eye out for whatever card you choose to watch. Regis Prograis. I'll be watching both cards, of course, but I'll really be tuned in to, you know, see how this fight plays out between Jihad Tucker and Francisco Varone. In my opinion, the ranking of Varone should have put Jihad up there on the main card, because the dude is number 5 ranked in the WBA in the middleweight division. So out of all the B-side opponents, he's the highest rank. So he should have been up there. That's just my opinion, y'all. Just my opinion, my assessment, okay? Dan on deck, I see you. What's good? What's good? And then lastly, you know, with everything that's going on over there in San Fran, shout out to Town Biz. I know he's on deck over there and so forth. Hopefully he gets some good footage. You know, I talked to him the other night. We was discussing some stuff. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Town Biz. That's his hometown over there too. And really the one should be getting exclusives. Hopefully he's able to get the exclusive interviews, because I'm going to be honest there, Bill Haney. If anything, any advice I can give you, God damn, you need to do better with them cats that's over there that's supposed to be getting exclusive media, because I'm just not satisfied. You know what I'm saying? I'm not satisfied, for real. I got my report card out. I got a goddamn new pen in my hand. I'm goddamn marking some low grades on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Today is Thursday. Tomorrow's weigh-ins. You know what I'm saying? I mean, give Town some love, man. That's his area. Show Town some love, regardless of how he feel about certain people that may be in the circle. You know what I'm saying? That dude be working his ass off over there. A lot better than the ones that the media I've seen thus far at this point. Nah, they ain't doing too much of anything. Real talk, they just dare to put themselves on camera. Look, you cats that's over there that finally touched down, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? The typing ones. Look, stay out of the camera. Don't nobody want to see you, man. Not, it's not all y'all either. Don't nobody want to see y'all. It's only a couple, maybe 3. But dude, don't nobody want to see you in the camera, bro. Devin should be on the camera. Bill should be on the camera. Get them on camera, goddammit. Find some other fighters to put on camera. No, nobody want to see your mug on the camera. Nobody want to see that shit. Nobody wants to see it, bro. Nobody wants to see it. So I just thought I'd put my 3.5 cents in that. And also, to zip it up, oh shit. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's certain things in life that you just have to laugh at. Like it really is disturbing, but you have to laugh at though, dude. Um, knock down, 68 iPad pager. You know what I'm saying? Um, they had he had a debate where I don't know the guy name, whatever that guy was, TT or whatever, came over there and everybody's supposed to be going to him. Listen, y'all. Listen. This is what the YTC has come to, where you have one individual that's supposed to be. I don't know what he's supposed to be because he can't debate worth nothing. And he don't know shit about boxing. But he came over there for all these guys to debate him. And yeah, it's a different type of format. They're knocked down, you know, 68 pager. It is a different format. I commend you for that. You know what I'm saying? I commend you for that. But no, it doesn't make it out the freaking room. It doesn't make it out the film room. I just looked at a bunch of dudes just arguing back and forth and back and forth. And I'm saying to myself, God damn. I just can't understand it. I say just one person gets all this attention from a room full of dudes. A room full of dudes. I would rather spend my mind, my brain cells doing something else that deals with the beauty of femininity. Watching some women do something. I turn on a volleyball game or something. Watch some ice skating. You know what I'm saying? Some track and field. You know what I'm saying? Some modeling. You know what I'm saying? Watch some of these videos. It's on freaking World Star. Before I get on a panel with a bunch of dudes for 3+ hours and they're over talking each other and you feel that is the new format that you need to draw people's attention. That is the most, oh my God, I can't even explain it. Like if it's going to be some type of information being passed or transmitted, then I would expect something like some structure, some organization. Like nobody can listen to them people talking over each other. And then the same person that's supposed to be over there that's supposed to be the grand poobah on that panel, you know what I'm saying? Him talking at the walls and shadows and lint balls and mosquitoes and, you know what I'm saying? And the light in the bulb. You know what I'm saying? He's talking to everything except the people that's freaking trying to address him because they all over talking each other. That shit is insane. Be very careful. Anybody that's gonna, put 3+ hours of their lifetime looking at that whole live. It's just, I didn't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I looked at some of it and I saw the duration of it and I said to myself, continue. I said, go ahead, continue, bro. If y'all willing to do this stuff, and then make sure y'all pay attention. I think if it's not tonight, I think the knockdown, the white guy's supposed to go over on that guy's freaking panel and do the same thing that they just did. So this is about to be probably 8 hours invested, extracted from both of their lives, just so they can be around some angry male voices. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes that's behind the logo. That's really not talking about boxing. They just arguing about stuff that they believe they think they know. The same regenerated talking points. This is incredible. This is incredible, bro. It just really want to make you put a blindfold on and find a wood chipper and just follow the sound. You know what I'm saying? Just follow the sound and dive right into it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it'll take the pain away, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It'll take the pain away because for this type of stuff to be going on, it just tells me like it's difficult to really expand on the YTC because the stuff that people's doing, the alliances that's being formed with people who believe, okay, yeah, I'm gonna use this person to get to that person. You know what I'm saying? All the back talking, the backstabbing. I hear it. You know, I get it. But, you know, 8 hours about this stuff. It's just incredible. That's why I'm not on here. And I'm not on here because I don't love my chat. I'm on here because I cover other sports. I love to just spend time reading articles on them too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a boxing fanatic. You know what I'm saying? I like other combat sports too that's intriguing, especially jiu-jitsu. So, yeah. Why Bill was so desperate to get Regis' game plan. Regis just kept saying they scared. Yeah, I heard that. I don't know if they desperate to get his game plan, but you got to look at it like this. Jessica, he fought Lomachenko. They were straight. You know what I'm saying? They fought Lomachenko, and then they fought Kambosos twice. You know what I'm saying? So if they eager to have Regis' game plan, you gotta understand, you know, Bill can play mind games with the best of them. You know, he can talk that talk with the best of them. So, would I take him serious? I don't know, to be honest. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that if you take 8 hours out your life to look at a bunch of men just arguing with one another, man, you gotta ask, like, that's one of the reasons why we ain't out here reproducing, goddammit. That is time that you can be out socializing with a woman. If y'all been in a relationship and letting her know how you feel about her, you know what I'm saying? Tell her things that she's done that you thought was special, how much you appreciate her, something. Because what I think about the YTC is it's one of the septic tanks that will ultimately destroy a lot of freaking relationships in the near future. But they ain't gonna tell you that. I can name a name right now of certain individuals. They changed their location from in the house out the house. Hey, bro, I try to warn you. Ain't nobody gonna listen to a grown man yell with other grown men every day, and we stay married. I wouldn't. I know my girl wouldn't. I know when I'm married, there ain't no way in hell she's gonna be online arguing with a bunch of females all the time in the house and taking up freaking 10 hours of a day. No. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the women. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to God's creation. Shout out to the strong alpha males that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Who totally understand who they are and have no problem with their identity. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Real talk. Shout out to the real ones. Until next time, man, y'all hold it down. Continue to stay close, you know what I'm saying, to whatever keeps you healthy. And we should do it again. I'm out. Peace.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.